I didn't plan to say it out loud, but she laughed first. The dining table was crowded, plates clanked, someone poured water. My sister leaned back in her chair, chin lifted, eyes sharp, with the kind of confidence borrowed from other people's money. She looked at me like I was an inconvenience that refused to disappear. "How does it feel?" she said loud enough to echo. "To be useless?" Laughter followed, not cruel, worse, casual, familiar. I smiled slowly. "Never felt better," I said, "since I just stopped covering your bills." Her smile didn't fade. It collapsed. Silence spread like a spill no one wanted to touch. My father's fork froze midair. My mother blinked, confused, already defensive. My sister's breath caught just once before she masked it. "What bills?" my mother asked. "Why would you—" I didn't answer. I didn't need to. The damage was already done. That moment didn't begin at the table. It began years earlier, when I was still useful. We were close once. Not the movie kind of close. Real close. The kind built on shared bedrooms and whispered plans. When she married young and moved back after the divorce, I didn't ask questions. I opened my wallet instead. She said it was temporary. I believed her because I wanted to. I had a steady job. I handled numbers well. I was quiet. Those traits made me invisible and indispensable. Rent gaps, credit card minimums, utilities forgotten, I covered them, always quietly, always with the promise that it would stop soon. It never did. The first crack came when she mocked me for being careful, called me small, said I lived scared. I let it pass. Families sharpen their words when they're comfortable, I told myself. Then came the jokes at gatherings, in front of cousins, how I had no life, how I was just surviving. She said it smiling, like affection. I noticed the pattern before I noticed the betrayal. Late night notifications, new clothes, weekend trips with no explanation, bills still, landing higher now. I asked once, she snapped, told me to mind my business. So I did. I stopped asking questions and started listening. The evidence wasn't dramatic. No secret lover, no hidden crime, just receipts, statements, transfers, a trail of quiet dependence she pretended didn't exist. I realized something then, not with pain, but with clarity. She needed me small. Useless was a costume she dressed me in so no one would see what I carried for her. I didn't confront her. I didn't cry. I didn't warn her. I adjusted. I separated accounts, changed access, let one bill bounce, then another. I waited for the panic call. It came exactly when expected. "You forgot," she said. "I didn't," I replied. I stopped. She laughed it off, said I was dramatic, told me I'd come around. So I waited longer. Late fees stacked, cards declined, the mask cracked. She tried guilt, then anger, then silence. She assumed I'd fold at the next family dinner. She was right about one thing. I showed up. Back at the table, after my line landed, she recovered fast. Too fast. She scoffed, waved it away. "She's exaggerating," she said. "She likes attention." My father looked at me, expectant, annoyed. I reached into my bag and placed the thin folder on the table. No theatrics, just paper, dates, amounts, calm. "I kept receipts," I said. "I always do." I didn't slide it to her. I slid it to them. Pages turned, faces changed. My sister didn't speak. She stared at me like I'd betrayed her. The irony almost made me laugh. "You paid all this?" my mother whispered. "For 3 years," I said. "Rent, utilities, credit cards, the car you thought she owned." My sister stood up, her chair scraped loud enough to hurt. "You humiliated me," she hissed. "No," I said. "You did. I just stopped hiding it." She called me names, said I was jealous, said I ruined the family. My father shouted. My mother cried. The table fractured into noise. Through it all, I stayed still. Because revenge isn't loud. It's precise. I didn't need them to choose me. I just needed the truth to stand on its own. I left before dessert. In my car, my hands didn't shake. That surprised me. Later, messages came. Apologies wrapped in excuses, accusations pretending to be concern. I didn't reply. Weeks passed. She moved out, took a smaller place, sold the car, learned new words like budget and interest. I learned something too. Silence is power when it's chosen. Now, when I think back to her laughter, it doesn't sting. It echoes, hollow, unfinished. I didn't take revenge to hurt her. I did it to stop bleeding, quietly. I wasn't useless. I was the structure, and when I stepped away, everything she stood on finally showed its cracks. That's not cruelty, that's gravity.